outrageous prediction time. Ohio State against Western Kentucky at home. Last game, this little 3-game lead up into a huge game against Notre Dame. And I'm going to go first. I'm going to take Kyle McCord to throw 6 touchdown passes in this game against what is a pretty bad Western Kentucky defense, a pretty bad Western Kentucky pass defense. I think it's just a weak, and it doesn't really have a lot to do with Kyle McCord necessarily. I think it's taking advantage of that defense, but I think this is also an offense that is right now feeling a little bit of pressure and a little bit probably irked and at itself because it hasn't been executing well enough. I think you're going to see better efficiency this week. I think they come into this game with a little bit of something to prove, and it's a little bit of a dress rehearsal. Like, they've got to get things clicking because they can't afford to have empty series, empty possessions, empty plays when they get up to Notre Dame and face Sam Hartman in a couple of weeks. So I just picked that number. I had to pick a big number. I'm going to say 6 touchdown passes for Kyle McCord to make it truly outrageous. Stephen, what is your outrageous prediction?
Ohio State's been stuck on that 6 touchdown passes by quarterbacks for a while, dating back to Kenny Guyton. He did it. Dwayne Haskins did it. I think Justin Fields did it, and C.J. Stroud did it a bunch of times. Retweet. Yeah, that was gonna be mine as well. 6 touchdowns.
You gotta have your own.
That was mine.
Well, that's why I went first.
No, seriously, mine was a little bigger. It was gonna be Kyle McCord's gonna have 350 yards and 6 touchdowns, and it's. One, Western Kentucky, they throw it around themselves, but they also can't stop anybody else from throwing it around. But it's what we've talked about all week. It's you've settled in on one quarterback, so now you can start to build the offense around that guy. And they've got to get him comfortable. They've got to get the chemistry going. They just got to get into the offense has got to get back into its groove. And this is the perfect opponent to do that, to where they're just bad enough on defense, but just a decent enough team offensively that they might put some points up that where fans can come out of this game where Kyle McCord's got 350 and 6 and go, oh, yeah, that guy's going to be awesome once it gets later down the line here. But he can start to flash what the Heisman Trophy candidate level potential looks like and then start to put it together the following week when he actually plays somebody of equal talent.
Yeah, don't get too excited just by the numbers, though, because, again, Think about the opponent here. It's more about executing in the moment.
I'm not happy with you guys.
Andrew, do you have an outrageous prediction?
Well, I was going to say 4 Bills and 5 touchdowns, but I won't do that.
That's different enough. You're kind of Price is Righting it on us, but that's all right.
So I'll do this instead. Marv is going to go for 125 plus, and Emeka is going to go for 125 plus. This is a game where Western Kentucky is really going to feel the presence of Ohio State's wide receivers. I think this is a breakout game for this entire offense. How many times has Ryan Day mentioned the clock in the last 2 weeks? This should not be one of those games because Western Kentucky is not walking into Ohio Stadium saying, hey, if we can just get the ball and run the clock down to 1 every time we snap it and get the heck out of here, that'd be great. That's not their game plan. That's not their mode. They want to go quick on you. They want to go really fast on you. This is going to be a game with a lot of possessions. I think you're going to see the growth from Kyle McCord from week 1 to week 3 and specifically kind of how he progressed over these last 3 weeks. I think a lot of people are going to feel real good about Kyle McCord, which is why I was going to say that, which you guys didn't, or you guys took it from me. But so I'll go with Marvin and Emeka because I think that's kind of somewhat related. I think it's actually directly related because I think he's really going to try and get those guys the ball. You really want to show what you can do with those guys, and I think that they're going to have kind of a field day here. I think Ohio State's going to put up a lot of points.
Very quick, will Ohio State's defense get a sack against Western Kentucky? Western Kentucky's allowed 0. Yes or no answer?
Let me go first.
Ohio State sacks.
No.
Stephen, will Ohio State's defense get a sack?
Yes, but it won't be a defensive lineman.
I think that's probably true. I think it's probably, yes, they will get one. I would put down maybe Tommy No Thumbs as the guy who gets that sack. We'll see. More from that. More about that. More about all this on Buckeye Talk. Get it wherever you can find podcasts and get the text 614-350-3315 where you can follow along during the game and find out which of our outrageous predictions, which are exactly the same, came true.